Hi, welcome back. In the break to the norm, I'm filming this while washing up at home. That's how busy I am. So if I don't film it now, you're not going to see it. We've started a new topic on me and my world in Year 8, and they're looking at how they see themselves and the world around them. So the first lesson that they did was looking at how they compare themselves to other people, and how we're comparing our lives to other people's highlights reel. So of course, we don't tend to post honest pictures. I guess the contrast being me here posting myself washing up, but people don't do that. They post the highlights, they post the best bits, they don't post everyday life. And so when we see their lives, ours is always going to come off badly by comparison. So we try to get them to remember that. What we've also done is we then moved on to a second lesson, because there's two actually since we spoke. The other one is about the fear of failure. We know that one of the big things that hold people back is being afraid of getting stuff wrong. So what we do is focus on how they can avoid that kind of that risk, that fear of failure. And one of the key things they need to remember is that there's usually, when we're worried about stuff, there are three factors at play here that we're usually getting wrong. We either think something's very likely to happen when it isn't, or we think the impact if it did was really big and it isn't. Or we think there's nothing we can do to influence it. So, is it likely to happen? What would the impact if it did? Can I do anything to influence those things? And we usually misjudge one of those. They did some work earlier in the year on things like SUMO, which stands for Stop, Understand and Move On. And one of the things they looked at there was this idea that when things happen, will I still care in 6 months' time? That I find a really useful thing to remind them and me. You know, when my day's exploding, when things are happening, when I haven't got time to film a video and I have to do it washing up, will I still care in 6 months' time? Am I going to wake up 6 months from now and go, oh, that was really awful? Do you remember that time you had to do this? No, it won't feel like a big thing then. You might find that's a useful thing to use at home. But if you are using it, it's not as a way of belittling them and saying, look, you're worried about something that's not a big deal. It's about empowering them to say, look, when you feel these big feelings, remind yourself that you're in charge of them, not the other way around. And asking yourself if you'll care later is one way of doing that. Hopefully that was of some use. Sorry for the unorthodox way that we filmed it this week, and I will speak to you all next week. Bye.